What's going on, YouTube? Earth Power here, bringing you the DM Cube. Popular demand here. Evan's been pestering me for it forever, and a lot of you guys have been asking for it during Gen Con. And here it is.
So a proper cube list.
Yes.
The cube.
Featuring Swan,
I guess.
CVH, Corby, and the cube.
So let's get right on into what a cube is.
Yes,
Cube
let's
is-
talk to us.
It's right now 360 cards.
Yes.
It's like if you were going to draft a set of Duel Masters, but instead of actually a set, it's just one of each good card in the game. And the civs are all 65 cards right now, and it's like 35 multi-civs. No real like organization past that, like no set amount of creatures or blockers for each civ. Just whatever works generally. And it's it's everyone can build their own cube to their card pool and what they want to put in it pretty much. So it's really interesting, and it creates a lot of scenarios that you won't see in competitive play with cards that aren't necessarily considered tier 1 but can do really cool things.
Mighty Bandit.
And what's the breakdown per se? We usually make packs of 10 and pick 10 or pick 5 packs each and then
5 to 6.
draft 2 or
You
4
can do that.
card deck.
You can break the whole cube up into 10 card packs or like 9, whatever number of card packs you want, and then each person takes, without looking at them, 5 or 6 packs, and then you take one and then pass the rest. Every person does that until everyone has 50 cards out of all their packs. That's one way to draft. The other way to draft is to, like, if you have 4 people, we haven't tried this yet, but it's a thing. You can like take 1/4 of the cube, spread it all out. One person picks first, then we all go around and pick, so you can see what everyone else is picking. That's called a Rochester draft, I guess.
And then we do
And
that
then you
4
do
times.
it 3 times more, and everyone gets a chance to pick first out of it. So everyone gets the same amount of broken cards, hypothetically. So.
Yeah.
Or you could do it like it's sealed. Like a sneak peek where you just build.
Oh, you each get 5.
Yeah, you
You
could do
just
that.
get 5 packs and build a deck.
That's
that
the lazy way to do it if you're
Yeah.
just like chilling with someone and you want to do like a 2-man, just a game, I guess.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Or if you don't have much time.
It
And
actually
then,
stemmed from, what did it stem from, Carl? Just me and you taking
Oh
random...
yeah, yeah. The cube originally originated
originally
from
originated.
me and
That's
CVH
original.
just taking piles of cards and picking up 40 and then playing each other.
And there were like
the
multiples
most-
in those
yeah,
stacks, so it's not the
the
same,
most-
but it was funny. So.
It was just the most off-ball decks that were so bad, like winning with just cards that weren't good. And after that, we decided you guys actually, you and Gorby, decided to actually make a cube, and it's grown since then.
I actually heard cool stories, because I thought it was a dumb idea at first, sorry. But like I heard cool stories about Yu-Gi-Oh! Cubes on Duelist grounds and stuff, and I was like, maybe it wouldn't be the worst. And I'm bored, and Kaijudo's coming out soon, and I'm tired of playing foul.
And DM's getting stale, so
It was
I'm
getting
tired
stale.
of playing foul.
Yeah.
Words you'd never thought.
After
The
7
best
years,
set.
after 7 years, it got a little repetitive.
And what
with
is he
the same
building when
cards.
base
Guess,
set comes
guess
out?
what you're going to build when
Keeper
base
of
set comes
Dawn.
out.
Keeper
new
of Dawn
cards.
Control.
Yeah. The same cards.
New cards.
Foul control
They just cost
cards.
1 more mana.
Tetsuya on the Unchained?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the cube. Open it up, let them see it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Ready?
There we go.
Da, 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 da.
There it is.
Extra sleeves.
It's beautiful.
Extra sleeves in the
Sleeved
side
in
there.
glorious pink dragon shields.
So like keep it
Thanks
zoomed
to-
in, but kind of like zoomed out,
Oh,
so I
yeah.
can go through
Yeah.
like multiple
I've got
cards
it.
at once, you know.
I've got it perfect.
Okay,
So
so
we're
I'm gonna
which
try
section
to
are we
pick
gonna
one.
hit
We're gonna
first?
do light
Light.
first.
Yeah, it's gonna go the same way as it would in a set. So light, water, dark, fire, nature, and then multi civs.
Okay.
And I kind of organize it based on like what things do. So we'll see. Where you go? Like,
I've got the whole net.
all right, and light's good. All right.
Light's perfect.
So we're gonna start with some blockers. You got Vess, Pharaoh Saturn, Emerald Grass, Belix to get back spells, Canisil and Senatine, which are pretty much the same card in the draft, Ruby Grass, Juliana, which is like one of the best light
Amazing.
blockers
It's
in
actually
the draft.
proved to be incredible. Just
Yeah.
because you have one of everything.
You can't
be
comet missile
targeted.
it, you can't screwdriver it, it's like really good in the draft. Ike has a Spydroid. Yeah,
He
it can untap
untaps.
after a battle.
Yeah.
And then like there's some random light cards that don't really fall into a category per se, so
They're rushy.
Mizoi, Tulk, Laquist, Farzi,
These are all really aggro-y.
Flodani,
things.
which is cool if you have a setup for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the dragon.
I'm gonna take these out of order now. It's a Colon, which
Yep.
is obviously a tier 1 card. Petrova,
So
which
good.
is like really good, but it's not quite as good as it is in constructed play. It's kind of cool to see how some of these cards get better and some of them get worse, because like you have to draft more of a it's really hard to draft like a huge section of
Well, I mean,
a certain race.
even saying that, if you just have one creature on board, you could just call whatever creature race you've got on
And,
board
like,
at the
I
time.
frequently
So-
draft Guardians or Initiates.
I mean, I do too, but
Often.
like, it's hard to get
that
like a
happens
huge
all the
amount.
time.
Or beast
Like I'll still take this card
Yeah.
whenever I see it usually, unless it's
Yeah.
like against the clamp or something, because it's just so hard to get rid of too. And
Yeah.
Get me good. Alright, so next is Initiates, which is one of the strongest races we found in the cube.
Oh god,
Yes.
they're incredible.
Alright, so you have Sarius, Vanillas, Ballas, and Ayer. Miel to tap things. Rom, which is a bigger Miel. Magris, which is great.
Amazing.
This guy untaps, so he's okay. This guy can tap things, so he's okay.
He's like a Technototem, but worse.
Yeah, he's like an Initiate Technototem, but worse. And then Toel can be really good in the draft if you have a lot of blockers that can attack. Or just in general. This guy stops battle, so he's alright. Then the evolutions for Initiates. There's 3 of them. There's Sieg Balicula, Kaiser Basiku, and Craze Valkyrie.
And
Kaiser Basiku
Kaiser
becoming
is the finisher.
an almost MVP of this
Oh my
cube.
God.
Yeah.
It's like my second favorite card to draft ever.
He's so
If you
good.
see it,
Yeah.
you get it.
He comes out so much earlier than a lot of other finishers, and he's so much bigger than a
And
lot of other
unblockable.
finishers. And
This hasn't really done
unblockable
too
half the
much.
time because a lot of people draft fire. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but both of these are great finishers and they make
Yeah,
Initiates
Craze
very
is
playable.
Incredible.
Unreal.
Generally, if you pull one of these early in a pack or in the draft in general, and you start stocking up on Initiates, and
Yeah.
a lot of them are really playable too, so that's good.
Guardians.
Guardians are next. Lara Giga,
I love Guardians.
Sol Gala,
you guys might have seen this at Gen Con with Thunder Sultan's deck.
Jill Warka.
Oh, did you draft Guardian?
He drafted
Yeah,
Guardians and
direct
Initiates.
face.
And
Nice.
He drafted
Good.
Guardians and Beastful. He played the Fighter Duel thing and the Ladia Bale.
Good. The Ladia Bale is so good.
Alright, so these 3. This
Mhm.
guy's really good. Mesabama, which is just big. Pela, Scubskin, Keeper of Twilight, you know, whatever.
Yep.
Grand Gear.
I'm surprised we don't have a Dia Nork in there. That's crazy.
Do we not?
Thoughts? Yeah, we don't. I guess we didn't put Dia
Weird.
Nork in.
Oh, well,
Thoughts.
we're gonna find room for a Dianort now, YouTube.
Okay.
So add that to the list.
Yep.
This guy's just a tech choice. Maybe over him or Rhodey Gale. They're both tech choices, but they're both Guardians.
Rhodey Gale's real good.
Clear Sky Guardian.
Recipe.
Oh, I didn't know he was in there, no.
Yeah, he's been in a little bit. Cycle Link doesn't do though. Get spells if you have a setup for it.
Did you already
Payload-
show Ladia Bale?
No.
No, no.
Cycle Link's a Rainbow Phantom, so
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I don't know why
Oh,
it's in there with
shit,
the Guardians. Yeah.
Oh god,
He's not a guardian.
You're messing up.
I am.
Foul.
Foul.
Mystery House.
Mystery House.
Great.
Great Guardians. And the evolutions for Guardians are there's 2 of them? Yeah, 2 of them. Larbagear and
Ladia
Ladia Bale.
They win games.
Yep.
Lottie is pretty
Pretty great.
Ladia Bale.
I
Mystery
evolved
House.
Larbagear on Ladia Bale one time and beat you.
He was like
it was fun.
this, and then he was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, yeah, that's a thing. Isn't
That's it.
Ladia Bale being just like Kaiser, really big, comes out really fast.
Yeah.
You already saw the cycle link, so I'm just gonna put it over there. Alright, so big random things in light. Mobile,
Yeah.
Legile. Oh, okay. And Angel Commands, which is something Spencer has actually done.
Evolved
And
Nalcadius.
He summoned Alcadius in like 3 different
Twice.
times. Alright, so the bait is Valkyrie, Elixia, good tech against any decks running Darkness,
Yeah.
Earth, Hanusa, which are both very good, and
Yeah.
this guy especially, I draft him when I'm running Control with Light,
Mm.
because he's just insanely hard to get rid of. It's like nothing to hit him. And then Alcadius, which requires
Angel
like
Commands.
bait, obviously, but
Yeah.
if it does happen to come
It's
out,
so
and
good
and
when
an
it comes
innocent
out.
hunter.
yeah, it's
Man,
almost
surprise.
impossible.
Just wins.
Innocent Hunter's, really good.
Innocent
And,
Hunter's
and
a
those
fiend.
those angel commands being finishers makes them really hard to get rid of. So
Yeah.
Ladia Bale can or Alcadius could always be a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have survivors in the
Hard to get rid
cube.
of their bait.
We had Wave Strikers in the cube for a little bit, but we took them out because they were just bad whenever we tried to draft them. So for light, the 3 are obviously Ballas, Yalazol, and
Yeah.
Forbos.
We instead of wave strikers decided to go with the survivor engine because it works whether or not you have
Sometimes.
them or not.
Yeah.
These 2 are also Guardians, which that's cool. So.
Yeah.
Then spells. There's a lot of tap, obviously, because this is light. Screaming Sunburst, Solar Ray, Lightning Charger. Chargers in general are really good in the
Yeah.
cube.
Yeah.
Better than I thought they might be. They just get you accelerated, and it matters a lot in the cube. Moonlight Flash.
So good.
One of the best cards. If you
Oh,
see this
yeah.
card, you should probably pick it. You know,
Yeah,
it's just
shield triggers in
amazing.
general are just really good in
And just
Yeah.
a power card
Okay.
in almost all situations. And then random things to get spell back, Logic Sphere and Logic Cube. That gets
Logic
back
Sphere?
from the mana. From the
Oh.
mana. Yeah, spells back
I
from
haven't
the
seen
mana.
that.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Full Defensor is a random spell that, sometimes.
I really like Full Defensor. It's fun.
It's,
Yeah.
Make
Boomerang
everything
Comet.
blocker.
This also gets things back from the mana.
Boomerang Comet like a pseudo soul swap,
Yeah.
more or less.
And the last
Yeah.
card, of course, is Diamond Cutter, just in case.
Gotta do it.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Yay! So it's full. See how it's full of fun, quirky cards and
So, yeah.
all that. I'm gonna put them
All
over there.
civs being 65
Thank you,
cards.
Corey.
So now we're gonna move on to water.
Starting again with some blockers: Zepamedius and Marine Flower. Kelp Candle.
So
Kelp
good.
Candle.
Very good. Battery Cluster, Madrelon Fish, and Hunter Fish, which are all basically the same card right now.
Refi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Phantom Fish, Ardent Lunatron, Titanium Cluster!
Carl's favorite blocker in the cube.
Frogzuka, aka Revolver Fish. Thrash
Thrash.
Crawler. What are you writing over there, Carl?
I'm writing notes.
Keep going.
Good old Thrash Crawler.
Thrash Crawler. And then some random cards. Vicaraki's, Splash Zebrafish. Zebrafish, damn it
Vicaraki's.
all.
Pushing poop in the
Yeah.
one that we didn't. We'll post
Little
actually.
side note about Thrash. Recursion is really important in this cube. So
only
getting
get
it
one.
like this and Splash Zebrafish
What are you saying?
end up being
oh, God.
end up being power cards.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
In a cube like this, just because there's so little recursion
And of course,
to actually
like,
manipulate the stuff that you have.
the body and the unblockability also make them good choices
Yes.
themselves because that's a rarity in the cube. What are you going to say, Carl?
Oh, just the after we post this video, and I'll say it again at the end of the video too. But I'm gonna post up the our old cube match that we had,
Oh, okay, sure.
our cube draft that we actually recorded
With the original
back
cube,
before.
before it was all
Can we
modified.
Before, like,
record some
Dojo.
tonight that's modified?
I guess I don't know. We'll
I mean,
see.
it's a better cube now, I'd say. It's huge, organized, unblockable guys. Great
Cluster
Globo.
Candy Drop.
We have Time
Great
Scout
Globo.
now. Okay.
Time Scout, yeah, it's just a random thing. We needed to get them all up to 65. Tech Choice, Lucky Ball, which can draw things. I don't even know what this card does right now.
Yeah, draw cards being a rarity in the cube as well.
This can arrange your deck, which I guess is okay.
Lucky Ball's important.
This is fun if you get it and like randomly have Transmogrify. And a Unicorn Fish, Bounce, Saucerhead Zebra, Shark, Bounce. Yeah, then Cyberlords are actually a thing in the cube.
Yeah.
You have obviously Emerald and Krill. Emerald's not as good as it is in constructed play, obviously, but it can be okay just in case you draft Merfolk and stuff. Kirill's obviously amazing. This card is actually pretty good in the cube.
Yep.
Marinomancer, if you draft Water Dark Light, then
Which
yes,
Christian
be
ends up doing
great.
a lot.
I do it a lot.
You
Even
just
if I don't
draft
get
control
Marino.
decks.
I do.
Anytime he
Those are
tries
really
to draft
good.
aggro, he gets his shit pushed. I mean, it just kind of
Yep.
happens.
Can't play aggro, can't draft aggro. Then the Marinomancer, because I mean the Merfolk because of
the
Evers.
Merfolk.
Yeah.
The Marino Merfolk.
And random big things for this Civ are Warp Lunatron,
Silly.
very quirky card. King Riptide, Hawkeye Lunatron. This card is amazing. Like it's really, really good.
It's great.
Crystal
Solid
memory on
choice.
wheels.
Yeah.
Yep.
On huge wheels.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know.
Liquid
Now we're getting
people.
into Liquid Peoples.
Another strong race. Guard, Vehicle, Hulkus, obviously. Jolter. Soldier, Aqua Commando, yay! Aqua Shooter, Aqua Grappler, Aqua Knight, Aqua Surfer, Aqua Sniper, which is like my favorite one out of all those. It's just crazy in the cube. And the evolutions, of course, are Crystal Spin Slicer, Crystal Paladin, which is Jack German. Thank you, Carl Reddish, and Crystal Lancer. Also, thank you to Carl Reddish for sleeving this whole cube.
Yeah.
Yes.
Buying the sleeves, you know. And then there's
No
some
bueno.
survivors. Of course.
Myself and Cordero actually sleeve the whole cube.
Yeah.
Sounds fun. Prometheus, Ripple Lotus, Splithead Hydra Turtle, Spike Strike, and Hypermind. Hypermind doesn't go off that much, but it's just there just in case. Could be good.
Yeah, it's just something big to keep around.
Yeah. I don't like drafting survivors anymore.
Little finisher.
I draft like packs of them. Like if I get like a control deck and I might run like
if
a
you have
5-card
Phobos
survivor
and
section.
Some other things.
Yeah, they work as small engines. Like
Yeah.
you can't build a dedicated survivor deck.
Because it's too slow.
But
Yeah.
the engines themselves can go off.
Yeah, I had like a Water Dark Fire deck, or Water Dark Light, I think, and it had like 5 survivors. It had the Prometheus, it had Hydra Turtle, the unblockable guy, the Grave Worm, the guy who discards things, and Spell Sweeper, and like a Ballast. And it was just random because I went Prometheus, Skull Sweeper, started discarding things, and later I Grave Wormed them back, and it was cool. Alright, so draw cards for, Water is Stream and Brain Serum, both great picks, obviously. Miracle Quest, another good pick.
Miracle Quest, super great.
Super.
It's really effective in the cube.
Yep.
Thought Probe goes off sometimes, and it's a +3, which is +2 actually, which is it's just super good. Another good charger. I will draft that. Typhoon, which is okay. Submarine Project, which is like Kelp Candle without the body.
Yeah.
And
card, though.
yeah,
Crystal Memory.
Memory,
You know,
Which is-
all the search.
which is great. Then Bounce, Spiral Gate, Teleportation, Shock Hurricane, Hydro Hurricane, and Abduction Charger. Which doesn't really matter that it's a charger because you're already at 7 mana, but it could matter sometimes. Then the quirky random spells, Transmogrify and Virtual Tripwire, which is like super bad, but if you don't run light and you want some tab, there it goes.
Yeah, it's quick spot removal for the water section.
Okay.
Transmogrify leads to some
Yeah.
silly plays.
Then you get stuff back in the
I've
mana.
used
with these two.
Transmogrify to success.
Yes. Siren Concerto. Card I like to try and rub, but it never really worked.
Yeah, it was bad as hell in Rub, but it's good in the cube.
Darkness.
Darkness is. Me and Carl have some surprise cards that we just put in the
Oh,
cube
yes,
earlier.
we
Oh boy, I don't
updated
want to get
Oh,
my
you made
bills.
some more
section.
changes that we don't know about?
Yeah,
We
we
made-
did.
we
We
made
had to
it.
bring them all up to 65, so we
Oh,
just
that's
changed some
right.
things. And blockers, Marrow Ooze, Skeeto, Giga Slug, which is like my favorite blocker of all time,
It's
people. You already
so
know.
good.
Cursed Pincher, which is basically the same. But
Giga Slug
Yeah,
is
it's like
bigger.
with-
yeah, I'm on a Slayer theme now. I did that. So Scratch Claw and Hourglass Mutant, which makes other things Slayer.
Slayer's really strong in the draft. It's free removal, basically.
Oh my god.
Well, not free, but
Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted here. Because I just realized we don't have a Wailing Shadow Belbeflo in this cube.
I don't know what that is.
It's the 3 mana 1000
It's
Ghost
3 mana,
Slayer.
1000 Ghost Slayer.
Oh.
Gregorian
pretty good.
Worm.
Okay.
We're putting that in.
So
Quick,
far.
Carl, quick. Do you have one with you?
Do not.
Okay,
Just
Amber
gonna write it
Piercer,
down to
get
get
stuff back. Then, like more random cards. Spinning Terror, Giga Buster, Junk Cats, Lupa. This card is cool. I like it a lot. It
Gigandura.
messes with your opponent's hand. Gigamente, Mongrel Man, Pierre, another Slayer blocker, but it has to block. Giga Rise, I
pretty
think it gets back water or fire creatures from the graveyard. Photoside is awesome tech in case you happen to have an opponent who's running light, and it's also a demon command. So it's in the wrong spot, and that means I organize this badly.
There you go.
Yep. Ghosts. I guess we're
Lone
doing that
tier.
now. Lone tier. Gazer Eyes, which is super cool if you have it tapped. This is going to wreck face for a long time. Gray Balloon. Shadow Moon to pump everything up. Bad Doctor before it became Ghost Spy. And the evolution is Jack Viper!
Hey, we have
Oh,
one.
Jack's in
Yeah.
there now.
Yeah, it
Awesome.
Yep. So we just need to put in a Wailing Shadow Belbeflo.
For combos.
Cool, cool.
Awesome.
And there's some dragons. These two. They're okay
Necro
if you
Dragon.
draft other dragons.
Guyland and Jagravine.
If you want to
Ooh,
draft
smooth.
dragons,
Thank you.
which we'll get to in fire
Oh no.
and nature.
Fall items.
Oh no.
Discard. These two are pretty much the same card.
Yeah.
Unknown Mutant. and-
Except that can evolve into Hydrus, which is in the cube.
Yep.
And Loco, and Giga Balza,
Yep.
and that thing.
Pelor Mutant. Are we not playing,
Hydrus is in the cube.
no, not Hydras, the Worm Evolutions?
The Chaos one now.
No, there's only 2 worms.
There's only 2 worms.
Oh, bummer.
This
That
card gets things back from the grave. Gigargon.
Silly.
It used to be good. This is when it was good.
It's pretty good in
Now
cube.
it's
Okay.
Now it's bad in Kaijudo. And Demon Commands, already said the photo side. File Molder, Zorvaz, Shuna, Store Shield Guy, Gajir Boot, Ziggon and Deathliger for some old school swag. Turox, and are you ready, YouTube? It's the Balam.
Hey, we have
Yes.
one
Yeah,
So-
so it counterbalances Agadius.
Yeah, we hadn't had Balam in the cube, but now he's there. And a lot of bait for him, too.
now. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Fun things.
Run Alcadius and Balm.
Could be a cool strategy
Some
inside
nature
control.
acceleration.
And a Sylphie, because it blows up the entire field pretty much.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Pretty cool.
Sometimes.
Then Survivors are actually really strong in Darkness. You got Skull Sweeper, Giggling for Slayers, Grey Worm to get things back. Only 3, but they're...
They're some of the best.
Yeah. And then spells, there's a lot of random ones. So, Snake Attack, Proclamation of Death, Creeping Plague, Slime Veil,
Glad both of those are
Vacuum Gel. You sound upset.
in there. No,
Creeping
I wanted them
Plague.
in there.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Slimeville is really good,
And
actually.
Creeping Plague is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Recursion from the Grave. We got Zombie Carnival, Dark Reversal, Morbid Medicine, and Corpse Charger. In addition to the other things in the creature realm that can get things back.
I've had my shit wrecked by a zombie carnival.
Yep.
I topped it.
I
Well,
know.
actually, you triggered it, actually. It was in triggers. Alright, so these two are just there because they actually can be really devastating.
Yeah.
Since you can only run one of anything.
Yeah.
There goes the
And you
Kaiser.
can pretty much see what the opponent's running with those as well.
Yeah,
Because
Slash
no
Charger
recursions
especially
we
because it
have.
gets you up to those at later turns.
Yeah.
Then discard is Clamp, which is like the best card to draft ever.
Yeah.
If you see this, draft it. I
And
don't
you're
care
playing
what else in
Darkness.
your pack.
There's no Sinister Serpent in this game. Like, there's no excuse. It's just so good. Scheming Hands, which is also like a pretty good pick.
It's actually not bad.
Ghost Touch,
Pretty-
Roulette of
pretty alright.
Ruin, Lost Soul, and then...
Bone Blades.
No, this is Critical Blade. Unfortunately, it's Critical Blade.
And
Yeah.
then just some more spot removal, critical blade.
Yeah.
Hopeless Vortex,
Terrapin.
Terrapin, great card, Deathsmoke, and this card has been surprisingly really awesome for me
Yeah.
every time I played it. Change
Change
Sacrifice.
It's real good.
It just wrecks. Like Spencer had like all the finishes out, and I was like, I just want to live for 2 more turns, and I did, and then I just destroyed the entire field, and then I won. That's great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Change the sacrifice, destroy your propeller mutant.
Okay, so that's light, water,
Cool stuff
dark.
happening.
Then we have fire, nature, and Maltese.
Sorry guys. I'm
It's
just
okay.
Getting this here.
It's
Get
getting
into
that
fire
there.
section.
Fire.
Gracias.
Starting with spells apparently with fire.
Are we now?
Yep. Or you could just sort them to the back.
I could, or I could just start with them.
Fuck it.
Fuck it, I'll start with them. Alright,
There goes all the sorting.
it's still in order. Rumblegate. Relentless Blitz. They help you untag untapped creatures. Attack untapped. Mega Detonator and Comp Missile for some of that rush vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Then some, obviously, fires like all removal. This is all removal. You got Crimson Hammer, Phantom Dragon's Flame, Volcanic Arrows, Spastic Missile, 10-Ton Crunch, Volcano Charger, another great card.
Searing Wave is
Searing
so
Wave,
good.
Tornado Flame, Burst Shot, Mecha Dragon's Breath, Blizzard of Tears, and Apocalypse Vice.
That's all the good fire spells.
Yeah.
And you got some random rushy cards because fire's either like rush, huge guys, or removal.
There's not a whole lot that's bad in the fire section.
Deadly Fighter, Screwdriver, this annoying ass
Oh,
card.
he's so good.
Stagrandu.
Stagrandu
Oh,
wins
get your
all
shit
the
right.
games.
It's the best answer to the Kaiser.
Come at me,
soccer.
Kaiser.
Kook, another really good choice. Shield trigger creature, whatever. This card is really good in case you can draft like
Yeah.
aggro or control. It's just
Are we not
it's gonna
playing the
be really
Brad's Cutter? In addition to
No.
Kamikaze?
No,
just
one's
Kamikaze.
probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
then-
think it's silly.
good. Missile Soldier,
Mhm.
Mikey's Pliers, which I don't know how I feel about it, but I guess
Giving
What was it,
nature and
Paul or
darkness
his
friend who
creatures speed
drafted?
attackers.
I
Yeah,
think
Mikey's
Paul or
pretty-
I think it was Paul. Yeah.
Okay,
pretty
well,
cool.
I wouldn't have done that, but he did it, so more power to him. Kuza, Rothus, which can be surprisingly good.
Really good.
Punch Trooper Bronx, which is
Me.
really good. It's really good. Sky Terror,
Yeah,
Meteosaur,
removaling creatures is
Magrex.
really good in the cube.
and Speed Attackers, of course. You have Power Fighter.
Yeah, draft them.
This is amazing. Power Fighter, Dismantler, Hyper Sprint, Bombat,
Great.
and Legion Hair Lizard.
Yep.
Which can actually not be the worst because you have a lot of finishers sometimes. Humans are a thing. Vorg, Shoya, Brawler Zyler, Get, Explosive Dude Joe, and Mesger. And the evolution is, of course, the Valdios.
Yay.
Back when that was like a relevant threat in the meta.
Yeah.
Dragons, huge now. We did so many cool things to this.
Awesome.
Both the Fibers, Speed Attacker, and reducing the cost. Because there are just so many. Does it affect all dragons too?
Yeah.
Yes, everything that has
Okay.
dragon in this race, Kokaluki and Totopa
Awesome. And then you have Melgers, Bullzard, Bullshack, Jigalzor,
Oh, we got one of those
Ultimate
guys.
Dragon, Volmedius, Garcago, Heavyweight, Belrica. It seems like a lot when I'm saying them like
It's a
this.
lot of dragons.
This guy's
It
the
is.
best, obviously.
Valeriga, incredible.
Zagazil
Yeah.
and Bajula.
Wow.
Boom.
So
Yeah. It's like the demon
That could be
command
really
section.
good.
It's like the demon command section.
Yeah.
that's 11 plus the birds just in fire.
Just for
There's other
dra-
dragons
just
too.
for dragon
That's it.
stuff. And those dragons all work well on their own, anyways.
Yeah, they're just
So.
pseudo finish. Well, except for like what's the 4 for 4,000 one.
Well, Melgars, yeah.
Yeah, Melgars.
It's big.
Otherwise, it's just kind of
Yeah.
they're all double breaker madness.
It's not ultimate yet, you gotta get other.
Big
Ultimate's
and a
for the
problem.
support. Then I Valiant and Gatling because they attack things. Remember when this was big?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
And shiny and cool. Scarlet Sky
This is still
Terror,
shiny.
Random.
Well, it's
That's
not
not.
3 mana, 3,000 power vanilla.
Well, that's shiny, but I'm
This
talking about
one's
in
shiny.
Kaijudo. They're all
okay.
shiny in Duel Masters, and they were all good. Neglu, because it's big.
Which is really good.
Twin Cannon, obviously.
Yeah.
That's another
Core
speed
Crash.
attacker, my baby.
Core Crash.
I drafted Core Crash and Gajir Boot the last time I drafted. I drafted Water Dark Firelight, and it was
Yeah.
completely out of control. Insane good. I streamed to
just
Plant.
like no modesty. I'm the fucking best.
It was the best deck I've ever drafted.
And Survivors. Yay,
Yay.
Survivors.
Simple
Blade
Survivor
Rush is
stuff.
so good.
The evolutions.
Yes, the
Yep.
fire section for survivors is
Yep.
pretty good.
It's important.
And nature is the last actual civ.
Yeah.
What do we have here?
We have cool stuff.
Okay, we're gonna start with this cool thing. Oh, I both these cool things. Sniper and Hardy Cabin.
Little Russian
Hardy
cards.
Polygon.
Hardy Polygon.
Has himself. And Delvex.
Mhm.
And his retarded cousin, Poisonous Mushroom.
Okay.
Shaman.
Wow.
Shaman
It's just
broccoli.
not as good.
Yeah.
I love Shaman Broccoli.
No, Shaman Broccoli's
Shaman
okay.
Broccoli and like Mighty Shouter cards that add themselves to the mana
Mm-hmm.
are just really good for nature in the
Yeah.
cube. Because nature just makes everything fast.
Mhm.
It's important.
Then, of course, these are actually really good cards. Spore Blast and Charmelia.
Yeah.
In
those
case,
are
you know,
great.
you need to attack with this guy first, but they're both hard to deal with to an extent and can fuel your assault and keep the Jeep riding for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Rumbling Pterosaur.
Yeah.
Terrorhorn.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Good old Terrahorn.
Any sort of
Hope we
search
get him
is
back
good
soon.
in the
Yeah.
cube.
Yeah. Draco Dance, because there's now a lot of dragons in here.
Apparently.
And get them to your hand. And some random guys. Scowling.
Hustleberry's back.
Hustleberry. They both actually evolve into Comet So
Yeah.
Yes.
You'll see him in a minute.
you have Angry Maple, Copper
Yes,
Locust.
we
Angry Maple.
found an angry maple and a
One
copper
power
locust
attacker.
Is
for the
Where-
nature
I've
section.
seen some of
I've
these
never
cards for
seen
the
it
first
before.
time.
Yeah. Wow.
It's okay.
That's a thing.
Yeah, it's a McDonald's promo exclusive. I think.
Okay.
It gets big.
That's why I've never seen it before.
Cannon Shell, really cool.
Singerhorn.
So
more
good.
tech.
Cannon Shell is my favorite for the cube.
Yeah.
Brood Shell, which can return things from your mana zone to your hand, is pretty good in case
Yeah.
you don't draft water and you want that ability.
Huh.
Royal Durian. Fortress Shell.
Fortress Shell.
Trench Scarab. Wing-Eye Moth, which is actually not the worst because it's big and you can draw an extra card maybe.
It's true.
Couple it in like a control deck running nature could be good. Random Double Breaker because why
Radioactive
not?
Horn.
Yeah.
Beast Folk time, ready guys.
You already know.
It's Gorby's favorite race.
You damn right.
Silver Axe, Silver Moon Trailblazer, Innocent Hunter, which is, I guess is like every race put together. It's super good. Cavern Raider. Oh my god, it's so amazing. Yeah, it really is.
It's really good.
Crowinger
Ringer,
for the
Crowinger.
2-drop.
a Fear
Fear
Fang,
Fang.
Bang. Piggy.
Quixotic,
Piggy.
Mighty Bandit, which
Great.
is cool. Burning Mane, Mighty Shouter, Silver Fist, Bronze Arm Tribe, Adventure Boar.
All the bait.
How many? How many is that?
Enough.
13.
13 Beast Folk.
Evolution time.
4 evolutions.
Three.
3, excuse me.
Clark
I
Whip,
can't math.
Storm Wrangler, and Fighter Dolphin.
Yep.
This card is amazing.
Storm Wrangler, really solid choice.
Oh, yeah.
Kills most blockers that you'll see.
Kills the annoying ones like Taj and
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
gets the other ones out of the way. Like
Yep.
Pala.
Huge.
Freaking Pala. Can't choose
Target
Juliana.
Uh,
Fuck you, Juliana.
Random Beast Folk support. Prima.
Random, because we run just so many Beast Folk.
Freaky Mojo Totem.
And we have the Terror Dragons. That card is really awful. Regarion.
Regarion.
Dogma, Balgro. Arcade de la Serna.
Yep.
That was a mouthful. That's what she said. Clobber Totem. Cryptic
Phrasing.
Totem. I said that's what she
I
said.
know.
Alright.
Splinter
Claw
Claw
Wasp. Roaring Greathorn. Nocturnal Giant. Bodacious Giant, which is not as good as I thought it was, but still giant.
alright.
Fucking gigantic.
Gigantic.
Avalanche Giant. Okay, that's all the giants. Now
Yeah.
Survivors, which can be pretty good. You
Yeah,
have the
they do.
Factory Shell and
Factor Shell, the linchpin of most
Yeah.
Survivor strategies.
Balloon
And
Man.
these two are mostly good just because they're lower mana
Just
and
more
can help
support,
out, you know.
Smash
matters
one's
when you're
really
doing it in
important.
draft.
Smash one's great.
So thoughts, would you take out that Nature Dragon for the Deathblade Beetle?
Um,
I probably would.
what was the other thing I said we should take over? Something, I don't know. What, maybe.
Absodova.
Ew. Actually, maybe. It's not the worst. Alright, so Mana Nexus, Muscle Charger, Rainbow Gate, Fairy Life. As you can see, we're gaining a lot of mana here. Except for that makes you lose it. It's okay. Roar of the Earth, which is, I guess, against evolutions. No, it's return creatures that cost 6 or more from mana zone to your hand. So another decent card to get back finishers. Not bad if you're running nature and finishers and stuff.
Root
Great
Trap.
card, obviously, to draft. Vine Charger is not bad. Freezing Ice Hammer.
So
Very good,
good.
because a lot of Water and Dark gets played.
Mm-hmm.
I saw people teching that in Duel Masters back in the day, too.
Mhm.
Dimension Gate and Rainbow Gate, both very solid. There's a lot of really good multi-civs, too.
Mhm.
Brutal Charge, and, of course, the Swap. Which
Goal
can be
swap.
great
Swap.
because you only have one of
Swap.
every creature, and they might wind up in mana a lot more than you want. So it's important to get them
But
back.
then you hit it with the Bronze Arm Tribe and you're sad.
It's okay. Not the worst.
So there's all the civs.
Those are all the regular stuff.
Here
Now,
comes the multis.
the piece de resistance.
Gracias.
Multi-sig.
I'm going to start out with the 3 for 4 guys, because there's all 5 of them in there.
Hold on, Carl.
Oops, what are you doing?
Pictures.
In the middle of filming.
Why not?
He always does it in the middle of filming.
Oh, no.
Sirion, Buzz Batochi, Sea Mutant Dormo, Spectre Wing Talos, and Gigapi Ponto.
All the big 3 for 4,000.
You need support no matter what civs you're running. It's a really good support card, just because it's hard to deal with.
They're just
Yeah.
solid turn 3 plays. You can just drop them and start putting
Yeah,
pressure
I
on the
can either
board.
just...
The regular dual civ spells I'm only running 3 of in the cube because, you know, Slash and Burn, Hide and Seek and Reap and Sow. The reason I'm not running Live and Breathe is because it requires another creature to work, and there's only one of every card in the cube, so that's kind of a
Yeah, Live
dead
and Breathe
card
just
100% of
doesn't
the
work.
time.
Yep.
And Rise and Shine just is like a god-awful card and should never have been printed. It's like 10 times worse than Submarine Project, which nothing should ever be, so it's out of the cube forever. Gorby tried it and was like, "Oh, cool, it's gonna be so awesome." Then he didn't read it and he thought it did something else. Then he got like, his face got progressively sadder as he realized what the card actually did.
Yeah.
And he was like, "It sucks. We're taking this out." So he did.
It was just bad.
All right, so Hydrus and Comet Eye are the only two evolutions we run from the Maltese because they're like the most bait sort. This actually doesn't have a lot of bait, but it's cool.
It actually does have quite a lot.
I mean, there's plenty of veggies. There's only a couple Rainbow Phantoms.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's got almost as much bait
As Hydras
as
does,
as the humans do. Like it's got I think 6 or 7 total.
Yeah,
So-
Hydrus has a good amount
We have
of
yet
bait.
to draft a Comet Eye deck, though.
True.
Another example of really good cards and constructed being a little bit less effective in the cube, obviously.
Yeah.
Then, of course, the key points in any aggro that would obviously want them is Ganta and Windax. Is great choices all around. And Windax ties in. I run all 5 of the level 5 guys. I got Windax, Sky Sword, Gallic, Pointa, and Estol. Because they all provide good bait for a number of races. You have humans and ghosts, initiates, beast folk, more
Liquid
humans,
people.
liquid people, initiates, more ghosts. It's just,
Just a
you'll
lot
want to
of good
draft
All
them.
the good
Yeah.
evolutions.
Indeed.
And they all have really good effects too for the
Yeah.
draft.
It's true.
And of course, Sandfist, which is a good bait card. Hi, Spencer.
Hi.
Tag tap.
Continue.
Sandfist and tag.
Dull marks, I guess, is cool. It's
Dull marks is
it's alright.
okay.
It's a good bait, I guess. If you run, actually, hold on. I just thought of a cool combo. You have to destroy one of your own creatures, obviously, and if you have a Jack Viper on the field, you can do this and just like get him back and keep reusing him.
Here comes inspiration.
That's incredible. Because he's darkness,
Wow.
you can just keep reusing him with Jack Viper. And he's a ghost, so he fits in that deck type.
Right.
Someone's drafting ghosts tonight.
No, I am not.
I am. Fuck you guys.
God, I think I have a Wailing Shadow upstairs. I'm gonna get it.
All right.
Soda Light, which is really good. Melnia, again, really good. Hajmal, really good. Ulex, which is not the worst.
Yeah, it's
I wish it had a better race.
Yep.
Spirit
Skydiver.
Force never got hardly any
Skydiver.
support.
Carl's favorite card of all time.
Love that card. It's really good in cube.
Luke, Ulex, and Techno, which is an amazing combo if you're running
Yeah.
Light Nature and have like
Shouts out to
the
Carl.
ability to run.
Reddish.
It's so good. Well, I don't know if you
And
actually
Luke
used
has
it,
a
but
Guardian
it's-
too. So
Exactly.
It's
Like even in constructed, this is ridiculously hard to get rid of. So it only gets exponentially better in the cube.
Right.
Then
What? Did my voice crack?
a little bit.
A little bit?
So did mine. So it's okay.
Okay.
We're
Cool.
even. Huge things that are really good in constructed and cube. Blue Mercus, Declawaz, Tanzanite. Yep.
They're great.
Not as effective in constructed, but still really
Yeah.
good because you can
Bloom
get
is a
that
card
creature
I'll
turn.
generally pick if
Yeah.
I see it. Like I almost always will pick that card up
If
I
for
see-
nothing
if I
else,
see
just
it.
to make
It's
sure no one else
gigantic.
has
if
it.
to make
mana.
sure. It's just so good.
The effect of Tanzanite's a little worse, but it's important to realize that recursion is rarer and also it's huge, and that's super hard to deal with in cube. Then dragon support, like we didn't already have enough. If you draft dragons, you probably
That's
want to
great.
draft this card. And then the cards everyone's been waiting for. The 5 miraculous spells. Snare, Truce, Rebirth, Plague, and Meltdown.
Nice.
Which can all change
They're really
games.
great.
Just stab the
Meltdown
shit
is
out of it with your
crazy.
finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plague
It
is
is.
so great.
These are the best, but this can
Yeah.
also be good fast power removal, and that's really good defensive in case you might
Yeah.
die just
It's really good.
against those swarms of dragons, which are a thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
So those are the multis.
So that's the
and
cube.
that
That's
was
it.
that was all 360 cards in half an hour.
There you go.
Oh God, it felt like so.
And they'll watch the whole thing.
And now you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now.
So how are you going to type up the list, Carl?
Oh, I don't
Not
plan
happening,
to.
no. Sorry, guys.
You have to watch the video.
You guys are going to take
Or
your
just
own
make
notes
your
on
own
this?
and don't even worry about it.
As some final thoughts, the stuff I was writing down as we went through it, like Dianork, Wailing Shadow, Babette Foe, and Deathblade. I mean, I'm pretty.
I'm not iffy on Deathblade. It's not necessary, but the other two I think should be in
Yeah, Wailing Shadow and Dianork.
because
as far
they're
as
race support.
goes.
You know.
Yep. So
Real
stuff
cool.
to think about, and we'll let you guys know in the comments. If you guys ask, then we'll let you know which ones we took out for what.
DOS cube.
But yeah, that's the cube.
DOS cube.
That is the
DOS
cube.
It's a lot of
If you
fun,
sat
guys.
through this
It's
whole
amazing.
thing, I guess something I could
Props
do.
to you.
Set up a contest real quick. I've got a bunch of myself and Carl Reddish made a bunch of tokens, Yu-Gi-Oh tokens.
Show them. Show them.
Oh,
Show them
cool.
what they
At,
get.
I didn't bring them with me,
Oh my God.
Damn.
but made a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh tokens
We'll show you
at Gen Con, and I'll post pictures up when I do an update video later this week. But
Whether or not you play Yu-Gi-Oh, they're a cool thing to have because
Yeah.
like they're the two
because
of the
I'll
good
sign them, and then
YouTubers for Kaijudo.
I'll give them out to the first. I've got 2. So I'll give the 2 out to the first 2
Don't
people.
say the first 2 people to come in. Don't do it,
The
Carl.
first 2 people to type up this cube.
Oh my god.
Put it in the comments.
So
The
Wow.
question you should be asking yourself, you two, is it worth it?
Is it worth it?
The answer is, of course, yes. Get to typing.
Actually, you
and
can't,
first
you
get to
can't even
rewinding.
put it in the comments. There's too
yeah,
much.
you can't even put it in the comments.
Message it to Carl.
You have to
Yeah.
message it.
And if that doesn't work, email him, Facebook him, post it on his wall.
Yeah. Find some way to get it to me, and if you guys do that, then that's free sign stuff.
Read more. Crazy.
Or you can send him a message that just says, up this cube.
Can they abbreviate cards?
Type up this
like
cube.
Taj Mahal instead of Taj Mahal
Up
Vizier
this
of
cube.
Aqua.
Where's my token?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you
I'll take simple names if you just wanna, if you don't want to go full
Like
length on
Taj,
names.
Melnia,
Yeah,
simple stuff.
exactly. And I think my other final thought was, how many people can we draft with this generally?
Well, it's 360, so usually
It
we only draft with
supports
the 4.
really well.
It's 4 is-
6 isn't bad.
It depends on what kind of draft you
want
want to do. With 4,
really
you have
well.
a choice. You can do the pack thing. You can either do like 4, 5, or 6 packs, whatever, and build 30 or 40 card decks. Either way you want to do it.
You can do a Rochester.
You can do that. You can do the Rochester with 4. Rochester usually works best with 4 because if you do it 4 times, each person gets a chance to pick first. You can do it with 5 or 6 or 7 people using the pack method too, and just do like double elimination if you want. That's fun to do. I think Carl did it in Indy and it turned out well just with the packs.
And because it's
But,
360, 6 people.
Well,
5 pack or 6
And,
You
packs.
can do
and
an
360 divides by 45 to equal
Yes.
8.
So if
we
you have
can,
an 8 people to do a draft, you can do 3 packs of 15, and
between
then build 30
8 people
card decks.
and build 30
which
card
is
decks.
Sort
So
of similar to what you would do in an actual draft because you get like 50
Yeah,
cards,
but
but
you
you
just
get
get-
45 and
you just have to do packs of 15, and it's only 3 packs.
the decks
So-
are smaller, but it's still just as much fun. It could
Indeed.
be like it would be a bigger cube like the Yu-Gi-Oh cubes are, but the game just wasn't around long enough to accurately to give enough cards to do 40 card decks for 8 people. It's
To
just-
actually
it's
do
not
like
that good.
proper archetypes, because that's what you'll see
Yeah.
in Yu-Gi-Oh cubes. You'll
Yeah.
Gravekeepers and Light Sworns and Beasts.
But this is enough cards to do up to 8 people comfortably, I would say. No more than that, but you never really need more than that. So,
Indeed.
if you see us at an event, we will have the cube with us,
Yeah, we will.
Indeed.
bringing it everywhere.
You're
In
free
case
to
if
challenge
you
us
see
to
us
cube.
and we're at a regional or whatever we have together, and you have Duel Masters experience and you want to try the cube out, just like
We got free time at the end of
do
the
it.
Or
event.
even if you don't have Duel Master experience and you just want to hang with Team Peach.
yeah, but you might have to read all the cards, which would be annoying. So
But regardless, it's a ton of fun.
if you want to
Yes.
do it. Let's do it.
And yeah, guys, keep in mind that contest. If you guys actually want to type it up, that's free signed stuff,
Yeah.
and I will mail it out to you and
It's
all
cool
that
stuff.
So
And in about a year, I'm gonna start working on the Kaijudo cube. It's too
Indeed.
soon right now, but it'll be a thing eventually.
Once we get
Definitely.
5 or 6 sets.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's
So
gonna
yeah,
be
guys,
awesome.
it's gonna be
Amazing!
check out the social links below, guys. The Twitter, the Facebook, and all that fun stuff. Pictures for Gen Con will be up soon. I should hopefully have them up by the weekend, and I'll have that. Well, you guys have already seen the video.
In the meantime, go on Facebook and look
The
at Spencer's
weekend.
pictures that he always posts. They're
Look
funny.
at all my pictures.
Yes, Spencer
They're
on
awesome.
Facebook. With all those pictures. So you guys check out those social links, and oh god,
Carl's just about to break the
There was an
camera.
earthquake.
hopefully.
Look down, look down,
Quick.
look down. Look what's about to happen. We're about to shuffle the cube back together. Someone help.
You're on your own, man.
All right, guys. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Peach.
Bye, YouTube.